Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Keith here, Jesse on the camera. Tonight on the bench we have our 2024/5 Trucks of Fortune from Vanquish. We never named this truck. It was short-lived. It is the Vanquish VRD Carbon. Now with the Trucks of Fortune, they also threw in a set of clear aluminum portal axles. Very nice. And the VFD stubby kit. So we put a stubby in it, we put an outrunner, blah, 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 blah. I don't like it. I don't like it. It fell and got broken too. It was kind of weird. I haven't broke a crawler in like 10 years, so I think it's cursed. So what we're going to do is take it apart, take all the good parts we want out of it, and we're going to turn it into one of the badass buggies in the world. Because we don't like that truck, we can make it better. So we got a hold of Ty's Custom Creations on Facebook, Ty Gabil, I believe that's how you say his name, sorry if it's wrong, and we ordered one of his DDG chassis. This is number 31. Now he did something a little bit different on the back for us. He gave it just a little bit of different cut, something he wanted to try. I think it looks pretty cool. I have a cool idea for a graphic on this, so we're not going to show you till we're finally done and we're going to unveil it. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to like it. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with this build. Now this is a WE ROCK, W-E-R-O-C-K, WE ROCK type buggy. You can follow them on Facebook. There's a pretty large group, and it's kind of something that's starting to gain traction in the hobbies. Okay, so check that site out, guys, and let's talk about a few other parts to make this work. Now, obviously, very small footprint, and also with these WE ROCK buggies, the idea is a full 6-inch driver with shoes and everything in. Got a little helmet for the guy. I'll show you some parts we also ordered from him to go with it. You need to have a fully enclosed motor inside a scale engine. No wiring, no batteries, nothing to be shown. The only thing you're allowed to show is your servo wire, and very minimal at that. So we want to keep that like tucked to the inside of a link and strapped in nice and tight. Obviously going to paint the wires. Actually, we're going to run re-servos. They come with black wires already, so that's going to be a bonus. So it's going to be challenging and a lot of fun, something we wanted to do for a long time. This chassis was $550 American. Not bad. We also bought the scale engine, which was another $60. He gave us a $10 discount when we bought it all together with a bunch of other parts or whatever. But by the time that showed up here in Canada and our government gave us the old, it was $1,100. So yeah, that's the joy of us doing this hobby in the Great White North. So 1,100 bucks later, we can start. Now we'll go grab a couple of the $1,000 and we'll get this guy going. I'm up. Okay, so you will not only need the Vanquish latest Trucks of Fortune for this build, you'll also need to grab yourself a Vanquish VFD twin transmission. Take a swing over to Colorado Adventure Club, grab yourself a VFD direct motor mount so we can take that big old transmission and shrink it right down. Get rid of all the fluff and just the business end what we need. It's a 3D printed piece, but it's nice and sturdy. Also, there's a part that we have currently misplaced. I need to do a whole bunch of digging in this beautiful jungle of stuff here and find them. There is a plate that goes in the front half of the VFD twin transmission. You remove the selectable overdrive, front overdrive, and you make it also a front dig. So you have front and rear dig, or freewheel on both, or whatever you want. So you pretty much have like a Swiss Army knife transmission. Beautiful setup. Cool. Also, you notice this truck doesn't have a steering axle in the rear. So we went and bought a complete F10 Portal front axle set, VPS 08600. It's actually cheaper for us to buy a complete axle. This is $189 in Canada. Buy this one complete, and then the housing is another $189 for the aluminum housing on top. So you add that together, put that together, make it work. So we're going to start with aluminum once the truck's done running, buggy's done running. We're going to upgrade it to the aluminum clear so it matches. For the skid plate on the buggy, we will be using the stock VRD skid plate. These setups already are built for it to be flipped. This is a obviously rear engine buggy. Did we say that? Yeah, it's rear engine buggy. I think you guys figured that out already though without us saying it. But anyhow, rear shock mounts right here, front shock mounts up top. He also went and threaded this front tube for us so we can mount a mini little light bar on there. For shocks on the buggy, we're probably going to end up just going with the stock 90mm Vanquish ones just for basic fitment. I can imagine they're going to be too tall for the buggy at 90mm. We usually like to run 80mm on portals. Lower is better in the rock crawling game, especially the buggy like this. We were contemplating droop. We'll kind of play around. Ultimately, we'll probably end up with a nice set of Dravtex just in silver. We want to keep the scale element of the truck the most important thing in this build. Okay, so for the power plant, we're going to go with our favorite 2-in-1 units. Are great, especially on a unit you don't have nowhere really to put an ESC in. We just used one on the WT4 tow truck I'm pointing at over there. Should be working on this video, but we'll talk about that in the end. This is the Quick Run Fusion 2-in-1. 1200 kV. We don't need this guy barking and hopping around. We want to get it as slow as we can go. So we went with a 1200 for this model. Steering is going to be powered by two Reeves Raw 500s. We have black editions, but we're probably going to end up just painting them all matte black to go with the scale rules for it. So we'll black those guys out, make them look really good. Speaking of the steering servos, when you do pick up the axle, you will need to get the behind the axle or the VFD stubby plastic parts kit if you want to get the other 4-link mount for the top of this axle. It is a 3-link with Panhard axle. There's no link right there. I don't know if you can see it through the package, but there's no link right there for the top of the other one. So this guy gives you that, and they now have the part made in aluminum. But I was checking it out today, and I believe it just maybe goes with this part because it actually doesn't have the other mount up here for the servo. Did I just say servo? Yeah, like the aluminum one is like this.
It's only half of it.
Yeah. And it's got a little piece that comes down here. Remember, we have to bolt that one piece onto here to make it work, but you don't get that. So unfortunately right now we're going to have to just stick with the plastic ones front and rear. We can paint those to make them look really good too. Unfortunately, yeah, I was hoping to get the aluminum ones front and rear so they match the axle, look like the part component of it, but I don't know. I guess we're just stuck with plastic if you want that top mount. Maybe I just didn't look at it right, but okay guys, like I mentioned earlier in the video, that your engine needs to be completely tucked and hidden all the way around. So we ordered this really nice, that was kind of broken. We're gonna have to fix that. Got a little busted up there. Scale motor, we could put that in, bolt some nice bolts through it. Have to patch that up. Yes, it will fit the Fusion in it, and you could run the wires out the bottom. That's going to be pretty cool. All the fixings go with it. We've got a little hydraulic handbrake, a nice steering wheel, the pulleys for the front, and a little gear shift there. All resin printed, done nicely. In this bag, we've got a sweet little turbo, nice little mechanical wastegate on it, nice manifold for the engine. It all gets bolted together with scale hardware too, so it gives it that really nice pop to it. Looks really, really good. Exhaust off the turbo. Different exhaust off the turbo. Nice little rowdy little loud pipe. Intake part. Other intake part. Oh, different intakes, short,
Yeah,
long.
short and long, yeah.
Nice. Nice little filter. Tensioner for the front. And 4 little coil packs. So again, I'll get Jesse to paint those up and make them look deadly for me. This bag over here, we got a helmet for our driver. The visor's a little miffed up on this one, but that's what happens in rock crawling. But yeah, cool little helmet. We got to find a driver that's going to fit that. Probably hollow out a little. And we got a little baby intercooler with a fan on the back. Pretty cool. We'll plumb that in somewhere. And there's some weird little like idol doll. I don't know what that is, but it's like a little long-haired person.
It looks like the little dude from Temple of Doom.
I think so, right? Like, I don't know what it is, but we got one. Intake, valve cover, dual overhead cam type valve cover. Really nice detail on that. Intercooler piping. There's the exhaust tip I want. The fart cam. Yeah. Nice little alternator. Put a pulley on the front of that and throw her in. It's gonna look good. DOHD, dual overhead cam valve cover. Intake. Now I don't know if it's a Toyota or an Ecotech. The oil filler's on the back right hand side of the valve cover. Is that Toyota? Oh no, it's Boyota. It's not licensed. Freudianist. Okay, I'm going to put all these little pieces of that back in there so I can glue it all back together. The beauty about being a hobbyist is, yes, I came broken, but yes, we can fix that. Might have to hog a little bit of that out on the inside like I like to do. Just trim that open, get a little bit of weight out of there. It's not terrible, but light is better. Oh, and of course, a sweet little seat. I don't know if you guys remember a while ago, Jesse and I started building one of these. Okay, two of these. They're both 84% done. I found it a lot easier just to buy something that's already got the hard stuff done. Again, when you're doing stuff like this, getting the body panels and stuff mounted, if you see the way he's got it done with all these pieces in there, you don't have washers and nuts welded on. There's actual like support that you can bolt the panels to, which is deadly. These mounts that he's got, everything's done so nicely. Like, we can build some stuff, but like usually it's bigger. We do like trucks and side-by-sides and stuff. Like, it's not easy doing that little stuff like that, so yeah. Okay guys, so that's the skin and bones of this build coming up. Just wanted to kind of fill you in. I know we should be doing the WT4 build right now, but we're having some issues with the non-hobby grade paint. Things are still tacky. 3 days after we paint them, give them light coats. We've got a heated paint booth. Everything's perfect. It's just crappy paint. I'm not a fan of it. So at this point, I hired the same guy that did my motorcycle to do the cab on the tow truck. He's going to do the cab, the hood, the doors. Really nice Ducati red. It's going to work out perfectly. And we're going to take care of the rest of the parts. To save yourself a little bit of pain, if you're doing black, base clear black's always been a pain in the butt. Use matte black, get it nice and smooth, tack wipe it down, and then clear coat it. Guaranteed, works good every time. Just run with that one, and yeah. So basically, we're taking off all the black we put on, so that's a lot of fun. And then we're gonna matte black them after we finish cleaning it up. So we need another week on that to get that ready for you, because we're literally at the point where we have to finish, detail, put the engine in, get that all done before we can put the cab on, because you wire it all through as you go with that type of build. So we should have that done the week after next, a month after that. We'll see you guys back on the next one.